welcome to the What Up Gaming Podcast, episode 276. Me, David, What Up Gaming, and we're here. So I guess we'll just start off by saying thank you all for watching, thank you all for listening, and please follow the show, visit our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. We sell merchandise at ougtech.co.uk. This podcast is sponsored by Games Inspired Music. It's an album. It's available from just about any album store that you can buy or streaming service. If you buy the album or stream it, then we get a little bit of a cut of that deal, and 20% of everything will go to the Child's Play charity. So with that, we will cut straight into some of the games that we have played. So this week, I've had a quick go at Lego Batman 2, and I only played this because it was on the Xbox Live Gold games, for whatever it's called, you know, the monthly gaming sort of stuff. And I've always had a discontent. I've never really liked the Lego games. I've always felt that they're very samey, that the games themselves, they're not a brawler, but they're not an action, they're not a exploration. It's very funneled, it's very simple, and I can understand why like the 8-year-old, 10-year-old sort of market love the games, because they do have some of the Marvel license, the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World license, Harry Potter. You know, they have all these licenses that a lot of the younger kids will enjoy. And with it being Marvel, I would have a guess that the young kid can play it, and the dad or the parent can sit and watch and get some of the jokes and some of the humour, and then help out if the kid gets stuck. So in that way, I can understand it's not a bad little game, but it's just not for me. So next up, this is going to be fun. Kingdom 2 Crowns. Now this game, it's nice bitmap, like all the blocky art style, the 8 bits of art style. Gorgeous looking game, really good animation, really good detail and everything. It's a 2D side scrolling game where you have to collect coins and build things and do things and fight enemies, and I just could not work out what the hell I was doing in this game. It was weird as hell. I loved the look of it. I liked the fact it went dark, full night and day cycle sort of thing. But it looked as though it was one of these sort of weird, sort of like, I guess it's the same reason why I don't like Minecraft. It's, you have to collect things, you have to build things, you have to make things. It seemed very similar to that sort of ethos of the game, and I wasn't impressed. I really wasn't. I do apologise. It looked gorgeous, but other than that, it had nothing for me. So slowly but surely moving on, I played Resident Evil Code Veronica X for the Xbox, and I have to say, it was probably my favourite Resident Evil game of all time until Resident Evil 7 came along. It's the first time the game went into full 3D, so the camera can follow you at times, can go overhead, can swap round, and you can go in first person to look around, because everything's in full polygonal 3D, and it does looks a little bit sparse and dated now, but back then, oh my god, it was amazing.
We'll get out of here together.
I had a quick go, and I mean quick, I think about 20 minutes, half an hour. I loaded up Back for Blood, and yes, you can tell it's made by the guys who did Left 4 Dead, and it's still a really good concept, like nicely polished up for the Series X, Series S, PlayStation 5, and the meaty PC sort of stuff. Plays nice, looks nice. Really good game, I'd recommend it. It's on the Xbox Game Pass, so you can just download it and play it for free within your subscription.
It was already too late. But now there is hope. There are those among us that are not cowed by the terrors of this new world. Ones that are immune to the scourge and are ready to raise arms and take back what is ours.
Spare us the poetry, fucknuts. How do we kill it?
Need ammo here! We need to take this opportunity to press our advantage.
Another way! Back off!
Look, you know how I feel about Phillips, but he's right about one thing. This is a war.
I built this town and I'll be damned if I let you destroy it.
This is not good!
Somebody's got to do something.
Another game that I just didn't get, but it's called The Book of Travels, and it's a 2D sort of open world map sort of game. So imagine like Zelda, the original sort of Zelda, like top-downy sort of view. But this, again, very good bitmap art style, looks amazing. And you have to travel the map and try and find things and attack enemies. And I didn't play it long enough to work out what was going on. I got lost in a corner of the map somewhere, and I just couldn't work out what was happening. The character movement was way too slow for me. It seemed to be trying to be more realistic, but I always wanted to skip back and get back to where the action was, and I just didn't enjoy the game. I really didn't.
Whether we strive to slake our thirst for danger,
or bring light to some deep, dark place.
We are the new searchers. And if this is but a dream, then so be it.
For dreams strung together make better worlds.
The next game that I played was Jazz, and this one, I've played it before, I've talked about it before. I played it on my PC, down there somewhere, and it was a bit, you had to double click on things and it still wouldn't select things, and it was a bit off. And I thought, well, I've got a MacBook, I'll give it a go on the Mac. And it turns out that my PC is crap, and it just wasn't working on the PC. And it worked fine on the Mac. You just clicked on it and moved it and pressed it, and it worked perfect. So Jazz is a tower defense sort of game. There are random jars, and there are jars that have symbols on, so you know what's in them. You have to collect the jars of the good monsters that'll fight the bad monsters. And you have to try and open all the jars, get all your goodie monsters, and then there's other monsters that are trying to defeat your case or your box sort of thing. And they move around the level, slowly moving like snakes and ladders, just moving in a like nice organized fashion. And then you can select like a hedgehog looking thing and put it in the path of the other monster, and they'll have a little fight, and then the winner. So you're trying to work down the enemy's health and destroy them all by the monsters that you've got on your team. And although it's not brilliant, I got bored of it quite quickly. The graphics look nice, and it's got a really good, thick, black, Tim Burton-esque art style. Very comic book sort of style, but very gothic looking. So I believe it's quite cheap. give it a go if you like tower defensive sort of games. The next game, I had a quick go, Football Manager 2022, and I played this on my Mac. So, because my Mac's like the 13-inch MacBook, it loaded the game up in like 4K sort of, or whatever it was on the screen, and the text, you needed a bloody magnifying glass to be able to see what was happening, so I had to lower the resolution right down, which kind of defeats the object of having a really nice screen, but I had to do that because I just literally couldn't see what was happening. But the game runs fine, plays fine on the old little MacBook Air that I've got. And next up, I will mysteriously disappear this, but I bought myself the Game & Watch colour screen Super Mario Brothers. It comes in a little box, which is pretty, little plastic see-through box, which is cool. And I also bought the Game & Watch colour screen The Legend of Zelda. So the Mario one comes with the Super Mario Brothers 2, which is the Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels. Comes with Ball, and it comes with Time. I don't know why it didn't come with like Super Mario Brothers US 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels. It could have come with all of them, to be honest. And the Zelda one, it comes with The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which I think was a Game Boy sort of game. And then it comes with Vermin, which I've never heard of, but the Link version, a clock, and a timer. So they've updated the bits on that one. So that is them two that I bought for myself. And then I'll quickly get rid of these. And I bought myself the Sega Astro City high quality graphics and sound. So basically, I bought this because I love Sega. I've got like Sega Saturn tattoos and Sega logos all over. This game, it comes with one of my favourite games, Virtua Fighter. It's like Virtua Fighter, Radmobiles mint, Golden Axe mint, Fantasy Zone loved, Cotton love. I've never been a big fan of Space Harrier, but you know, I just wanted it just for the 60th anniversary of Sega. Just like I owed it to myself to buy this, and it's amazing. I'm gonna put it in front of the PC monitors, so when I'm sat making stuff, if I'm doing stuff on the PC, which takes hours to work, I can just turn this on and have a quick go at a game. So I guess I'll just hold this and sort of say that's been the first part of the What Up Game podcast. And please stick around. We're going to have a quick break and then we'll be back with this week's news. So again, me, David, What Up Gaming, episode 276. Thank you. See you in a minute. And we're back. It's me, David, from What Up Gaming, episode 276. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of news or advert. If it's on the podcast, you had a little advert. If it's on the video, it probably just went to the news logo and came back straight to me. So, news, not much this week. It looks as though, do you know what, I'll do this while I'm talking because it worked out so much better. The screen recording bit. So it looks as though Sony have revealed their 8K VR headset prototype. And they're basically saying that don't expect PSVR 2 to be quite this powerful. But basically the Sony group showed off their prototype tech. And it really does look like a prototype. So yeah, basically the headset achieves 4K with one eye and 8K with both. Well, surely enough, that's just two 4K screens. It's not really 8K, but semantics. Anyway, lower latency, the sent to each display in less than 0.01 seconds, smoother, more realistic sense of movement, firmly in the prototype stage. Wires and handles weren't a giveaway. Part of the PS. Yeah, so that is the PlayStation VR sort of headset stuff, and it also looks as though Sony have shown off their first ever third party PS5 controller. I believe it's been by Scuff. They've introduced its new Reflex Pro, and the Reflex FPS controller designed specifically for the PS5. They look very similar to a PlayStation 5 controller, but they've got the little triggers at the back, which a lot of Scuff controllers do. So it looks as though the Reflex and the Reflex Pro still feature Sony's adaptive trigger technology, but the Reflex FPS swaps them out for instant triggers, which would be like better for first-person shooters, faster sort of options. So that one is that. So next one, unfortunately, a little bit of bad news, and that is it looks as though a Sony executive has been fired after paedophilia allegations. Pedophile, I don't know. All weird words to me. So a senior vice president at Sony Interactive has been terminated from the company after being reportedly caught in a paedophile sting operation. Yeah, it's never good. George Sasipo? Carico? I don't know. Senior Vice President at SIE, so that's Sony Interactive Entertainment, who had been at the company for 8 years, was fired after footage from a vigilante justice group alleged to arrange to meet a 15-year-old boy for sex. Ooh. I'm not going to go into any details. If you want to read more, there's more on the internet. I'm not going to read into that. So, thank you, Sony. The next bit of news, I think it's quite funny. It looks as though... Because I remember the news that I did last week where I said Ludwig, I've never heard of him, but it was a Twitch stream that's went over to YouTube, and on his first video or his final video for whatever it was going on about that he was moving over because of the archaic sort of like the strikes, you know, that if you use people's music or whatever. And it looks as though in one of his first videos for YouTube, he had the Baby Shark music playing in the background, and he got banned. He got a ban on his YouTube channel. It was just weird. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about this. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really do streaming stuff, which might surprise a lot of people out there, because I do sort of like do YouTube videos and that kind of thing. But anyway, next up, I'm gonna apologise for the name, but Joseph Fares, his game It Takes Two has been hit with acclaim from Take-Two Interactive And the Grand Theft Auto parent company Take-Two Interactive has hit Hazelight Studios' game It Takes Two with a trademark claim, basically saying that they copied Take-Two's name. It's like, no mate, Take-Two, It Takes Two is a saying that's been used for years and years. So I think it's just Take-Two being stupid and throwing their money around. But yeah, it's a stupid claim. Hopefully the It Takes Two will be able to keep their trademark for it. But I don't know, it's a crazy world that we're living in. Crazy. So after last week's news of a lot of the Raven Software's QR testers that got laid off, it looks as though Raven Software, the company themselves, did a walkout over the recent layoffs. So they basically were not happy with the situation, and they they went on strike. That's what I would say. So good on them. Good for sticking up for your fellow employees. It's really good to see. There is a lot of stuff going on in the world that is crazy at the minute, and people need work, people need money. So read into that if you need more information. Next up, now I love The Boys, was it Netflix? No, Amazon Prime, their TV show about superheroes. It was cool as hell. So it looks as though The Boys animated series Diabolical has been announced for 2022. The series will feature unseen stories within The Boys universe. I'm going to get this name so wrong. From Aquafania, Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen and more. So Amazon Studios and Sony Pictures have announced Diabolical, a new 8-episode animated series set in the universe of The Boys. Yeah, I do love The Boys. So we'll have to wait and see what this goes like. But moving slowly on, it looks as though... Oh, wrong button. It looks as though... No. I have no idea what I'm doing on this bloody thing. There we go. It looks as though Charlie Cox will return as Marvel's Daredevil. Kevin Feige has confirmed that MCU's Daredevil will be the Netflix series star, which is good because I think he played it quite well. But Kevin Feige has said that he just won't confirm when we will see the star. So hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of Charlie. Was it Charlie Cox? Yeah, Charlie Cox. There was rumours that it was meant to be in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And the final bit of news that I've got is another DC Marvel-y sort of story. Colin Farrell will star as Penguin in the Batman spin-off series for HBO Max. So he's basically signed on to reprise the role of the Penguin Oswald Cobblepot in the rumoured Penguin series spin-off. So hopefully he plays the role quite well, because Colin Farrell is had very much hit and miss in my opinion. I actually really enjoyed Phone Booth for the time, and he's had a few other good movies, but other than that, yeah. So that is that, and I guess we will talk about the top 40 games for this week. So, Paw Patrol the movie at 40, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe 39, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle 38, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart 37, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Jurassic World Evolution 2 at 34, Fortnite Minty Legends Pack, Jumanji the video game, Ring Fit Adventure, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft Dungeons, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Just Dance 21 at 27, Lego Jurassic World at 26, F1 2021 at 25, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut at 24, Metroid Dread, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, The Last of Us Part 2 at 20, Forza Horizon 5 at 19, Lego Harry Potter Collection at 18, Marvel's Avengers, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Riders Republic at 15, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Farming Simulator 22, Battlefield 2042, that's dropped down 10 places just about, Pokemon Shining Pearl at 11, Mario Party Superstars at 10, Far Cry 6 at 9, Animal Crossing New Horizons at 8, I was going to say Jurassic Park, but no, Just Dance 2022 at 7, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond at 6, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy at 5, Call of Duty Vanguard at 4, Minecraft at 3, FIFA 22 at 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 1. So thank you to GFK Entertainment, Software Charts, and Game Press for those. So that is it. Please send us your top 10 games of the year. If we feature them in the next episode, then we will send you out either a Humble Bundle code or a Steam code. So thanks for David Schroeder for those codes. And yeah, so episode 276, me David, oneupgaming.co.uk. Please visit our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/OUG. You can buy bits and bobs from bluecyborg.com. Just search One Up Gaming. The Games Inspired Music is out now. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. And you can get that from all the streaming services, all the download services like iTunes and that. Amazon, I think, sell it as well. So audiobooksontape.com, they have like a little cassette size thing that's a fold out USB stick with our first 100 podcasts. That's £9 plus £1 of it will go to the Diabetes UK charity. Please use the Amazon links on our website. If you click on it, it takes you to Amazon, buy what you're buying, and if it registers, then we get a pound or two for using, like, you know, the Amazon link sort of thing. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, just search One Up Gaming. Please subscribe to us, follow us. We're on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/OUG official. If you want to tweet us, it's at OUG official. So send us your top 10 games of the year. And again, we'll send you out codes. We've got hundreds of codes to give away. So please just put a quick list together, send it to us. If you want to email us, you can email contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. Again, just send us an email of your top 10 stuff and we'll read them out. If you want to follow us on YouTube, just subscribe to us, give the little bell, the tick and all that sort of stuff. If you're listening to us, please go on like iTunes, Podbean, any download service that you're using for your podcasts. Subscribe, 5 stars, positive feedback really helps when people are searching for stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, please put in the comments your top 10 games of the year. If we read them out or use them, we will send you out a code for free. So that, my friends, is the One Up Gaming Podcast, episode 276 in the book. And we will see you next week. So thank you all. Goodbye.
bang with One Up Gaming. Drop more hits once I'm famous. The best, that's what our aim is. All platforms, what your game is. To the leaderboards are coming. See me in a shooter, I can promise I'll be gunning. When I hit the music, try to swear I'm gonna run it. Conte One Up, you can try, but we done it. Let's go. Alright, let's go to the best place for reviews I know. Xbox One and PS4, Wii U as far as consoles go. They do handheld PCs, merchandise for you and me. Contest that you gotta do, the prizes are for gamers who going hard all day. We really the boys cause you're just that great. Can't lose, there's too much at stake. You're a certified badass when you play.
I bang with One Up Gaming. I bang with One Up Gaming.
I bang with One Up Gaming. Drop more hits once I'm famous. The best, that's what our aim is.